With head coach Julie Huebner and first baseman Emily Hester. The Pioneers sweep Newberry College today, winning the first game 5-4 and the second game 7-5. Both comeback wins. And coach, today the sixth inning was a magic number for us, scoring 9 combined runs, scoring 4 in the first game, and a big 5 spot thanks to the 3-run homer by Emily Hester. And we'll talk to her in just a moment. But coach, just talk about your first game performance and just talk about how that comeback came about.
Like I said before, this weekend, I think our interview I did on Thursday, this team can swing it, and it's just sometimes we like to make it a little bit more interesting and dramatic than it needs to be, but they continue to come up clutch when it matters, even when they're down from behind. So, like I said, I love the fight, I love the competitiveness, and it was just really, really gritty in our hitters' hands to just get it done when it mattered.
And Coach, even though your team made 3 errors in that first game, your defense came through for you, came up with 2 big putouts at home plate.
Yeah, credit to Newberry. They have a really good top of their order with some slappers that play small ball, and a couple hits that they had were just balls we couldn't make a play on. So I give them credit to kind of inducing the errors that we had, but we settled down and made 2 huge plays to cut runs at the plate. So can't say enough about them once they settled down.
And Emily, you had 2 big hits in that first game, had the 2 doubles. Just how were you seeing it today?
Honestly, I just try to focus a little bit more. I know in the beginning of the year I was having trouble seeing it, and sometimes in practice my swings get a little big, but sometimes I have to find my pitch and try to lay off the pitcher's pitch, because these Newberry girls, they really did throw a lot more junk pitches and they can move it a lot better. But when you try to stay focused and you trust that your teammates behind you are going to be able to pick you up, that's when you get the confidence.
And Emily, I'll stay with you now. Let's move to game 2. The team falls behind early, comes back and rallies from a 5-0 deficit, getting 2 runs in the 5th inning, and then 5 runs in that 6th inning, including your 3-run homer. Just talk about that pitch you saw there in the 6th.
I will say I was waiting for that pitcher to come in. The first pitcher seemed to really have our number. Before her, we really didn't have any hits, which it's okay. Once we
didn't.
It's okay. But once we took her out and the other pitcher came in, it was time to get excited. So when that pitch came in, I just trusted my hands and attacked the ball.
Coach, again, talking about Daly coming in there. I mean, had our number there early, but was having a little bit of control problems there coming around. Had 5 walks. Just talk about just how the team was just trying to stay focused and trying to find a way to get on base.
Yeah, I think with her, she's a good pitcher and she's got a lot of upward spin and she effectively uses all parts of the zone. And I do think with the umpire that we faced today had a little bit more of a wider zone, so it was very hard as a hitter to kind of get settled in and figure out, am I going to see a low strike, a high strike? But I think just staying with it, and when they took her out, I had a good feeling that we would come around big. So we got a little bit more patient with our at-bats, took pitches that were out of our zone, and then picked the side of the plate that we were going to be successful as individual hitters. And again, good things happened. And
Coach, again, you started off 0-2, had a very, very close games at Catawba, and Catawba's been very, very good. I mean, they swept Carson Newman today, and now you come winning 3 of your next 4 conference games, and now heading into going on the road this week against Mars Hill. Just talk a little bit about what somebody's going to be working on heading into that game.
I think the biggest thing for us is just continually improving from the game that we had before, and today I think it's just trying to get a little bit more offense early, cleaning up the defensive side of things. But I was really pleased. I challenged them in between games to let's go out in the first inning of the second game, have clean defense, and put up a 0, and we did that. So if we can kind of settle in on the defensive side earlier in games, it makes things a lot easier for the pitching staff and the defense. But I think just now focusing our momentum onto Mars Hill, knowing it's going to be a dogfight there. It's a little homer dome. So like I said, I think we can go hit for hit with them. It's just playing clean defense, keeping the ball down on the mound, and good things will happen.
With head coach Julie Huebner and Emily Hester, Pioneers sweep Newberry College today.